Yo, what's poppin', we're dropping boys, it's your boy Dynamics, and in today's video I'm going to be going through week 1 of the Premier League matches. Now I know that 2 matches were postponed. I believe they were Manchester United v Aston Villa, I want to say, and Burnley v Man City, I think. I'm not entirely sure on that, I have to check that. Obviously they were postponed and we don't know when those matches are actually going to take place. Obviously there was some club friendlies which took place, but we're going to go for all the 8 matches which went on the very first week. There was loads of goals, loads of drama, yellow cards, it was absolute madness. So if you guys do go on to enjoy today's video, go down there, smash a like. Don't forget to also, whilst you are down there, press the button that says subscribe. I'm sorry I didn't do like a predictions for this week. I kind of forgot to do that. But yeah, guys, let's go through these matches. Okay, so the first match that we had was Fulham v Arsenal at the Craven Cottage. Now, I can't lie, this match looks very in favour of Arsenal, and the result pretty much turned out that way. Now, if you look at the stats, you can see that pretty much Arsenal dominated possession, they dominated the shots, they dominated pretty much everything in the game, and you pretty much could see that coming before the teams even kicked the ball. Now, obviously we had the first goal, which was a great little finish from Lacazette, you know, few little misconceptions and a few little mistakes in the box from the Fulham, and Lacazette was at the end of it to knock it into 1-0 in the 8th minute. I believe Fulham did have a chance earlier than that, but Leno got to there in time to avoid, you know, the Gunners going down, which the Gunners going down before, and the Gunners going down in the first couple of minutes, which may have changed the course of the game. But then we had a debut goal from Gabriel in the second half, who, got to say, it was a nice little Brazilian little header, knocked it into the goal, past Rodak, didn't really stand much of a chance. And then what a goal from Aubameyang to make it 3. Like, he literally was running down the left hand side, knocked it on his right foot a little, got himself set up, clocked it into the top right corner. Like, it was just a nice executed and slick goal, and yeah, it was pretty good. Okay, next we have Crystal Palace just edging past Southampton 1-0. Now, I've got to say, this match was very close. I mean, Zaha had a disallowed goal. There was almost a red card decision, which was reverted through VAR. And I've got to say, this match was a bit mental. Now, you can now see why Zaha is such a sick player for Crystal Palace, and it's pretty much why he gets as many goals as he does. Because he's literally, he's just a goal machine. And even if you look at possession, Palace had 29% possession, and they were still able to pretty much almost get 3 goals. One which was a goal, one which was very near miss, and one which was disallowed by offside. Now, I've got to say, this match was mental. And to be fair, Crystal Palace deserved it. Although, to be fair, Southampton have been pretty good away. And you know what? It was a pretty good match to start off the season for Palace, given the fact that they're probably going to end up in the relegation area around week 20 onwards. Oh boy, Leeds against Liverpool at Anfield. What a fucking match this was. Oh my god, I was literally there watching it, nail biting. You guys know I'm a Leeds fan. I could not have been proud of Leeds' performance in this. Leeds may not have won the game, but they won the hearts of the people. I'm sorry, that sounds cringy as fuck, I'm sorry, but it's fucking true. Like, okay, let's start off at the start of the match. Okay, it starts off pretty much all Liverpool. Then, a very questionable handball appeal in order to give Mo Salah his first goal from a penalty, which a lot of Leeds pans, yes, there's loads of pans in Leeds that are being sold. Go get your pans down in the description down below. A lot of Leeds fans have been pretty much ridiculing the Premier League, just given the fact that there's like sections in like the rules of the football which says like deflections and penalties or whatever, I don't know. So then they score their first goal. Then about 8 minutes later, Jack Harrison literally runs rings around Trent, Gomez and Van Dijk. He literally runs rings about pretty much the best defence in the league and scores a great goal. Then, like about, how much later is it? About 8 minutes later, Van Dijk scores a pretty good header from a good free kick. You know, Robertson whips it in. 7-foot Van Dijk heads into it back at net. Then we have Mo Salah, who scores an absolute, can't even lie, a banger of a goal. Literally, strike tries to hit backwards, it comes straight to his feet, takes a couple of seconds, bangs it into top at net, and then you get a sick goal from Click in the second half, which, not gonna lie, was very well set up. You know, Helder Costa put it into the box for him, half volleys it past Alisson into the bottom left corner, and then, oh my god, fam, I swear the Premier League just hates Leeds. I swear they don't want us to beat teams who we deserve to beat, like Liverpool. I'm sorry, but why in the world was VAR not used at all in this match? There's 2 penalties which were given. You're telling me you couldn't give VAR in at least one of those? Even if it's the same decision, you couldn't use it. Anyway, Mo Salah pretty much wins the penalty and it's 4-3. I'll tell you what, I cannot wait to see what Leeds do in this league, because they're going to rip people new arseholes. Next we have Newcastle beating West Ham at the London Stadium. Got to say, West Ham, they were very unlucky in this match. They were very unlucky. They had 2 shots hitting the crossbar. You know, if they had gone underneath the bar instead of hitting it, it probably would have been a bit more of an interesting match. But both of the debut players, both Callum Wilson and Jeff Hendrick, getting quite reasonably good goals. You know, Wilson coming on the end of a very deflected cross in, headed back to him, he just knocks it there before Fabianski can get to it, and then Jeff Hendrick with an absolutely beautiful shot from the edge of the penalty area, puts it right into the top left, out of the way of any goalkeeper could ever try and save it. Newcastle, you started off this season pretty well, and the fact that even West Ham had 59% possession as well, and had a lot more, and then, oh no, you guys had both the same shots. Just guess, Newcastle were more clinical, weren't they? Next we have Leicester City beating West Brom at the Hawthorns by 3-0. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I kinda saw Leicester City winning this one, I can't lie, I kinda saw it coming. Now, the fact that they scored 3 goals past them, I maybe didn't see coming. I mean, the first one, it was just a nice little cross into the box. Castagna gets on the end of it to make it 1-0. Nice little flick of the header. And then both these penalty appeals were definitely penalties. Unlike the Leeds ones, they were definitely penalties. You know, the first one finally got brought down by Bartley. We didn't even have the ball, so that was definitely a penalty. And he tucks it away in the left bottom corner. I sound like one of the commentators on like Sky Sports now, don't I? And the second one, you know, O'Shea takes down Justin on the very edge of the box, and you can definitely tell it's a penalty. You know, there's no intention to get the ball, he just went for the player. So yeah, not the best start for West Brom, but it is the top division in English leagues, and arguably the best division in the whole of the leagues around the world. So, you know, it ain't gonna be easy. Then after that, we saw Everton just edging past Tottenham Hotspur 1-0 with an absolutely amazing header by Calvert-Lewin. Got to say, this one was very end-to-end with amazing chances from that Dele Alli, from Richarlison, from Doherty, like so many amazing chances in this game. But Everton did edge it with a 55-minute winner. A great header, which Dyer really should have been marking him better, but he wasn't. I mean, Spurs had slightly more possession, but they couldn't convert the 9 shots they had into goals. But yeah, it was pretty much an end-to-end good game of football. Next, we have the Wolves putting on what is probably an amazing performance at Bramall Lane. I've got to say, both of these goals from Jimenez and Saiz were amazing. Both Jimenez's gorgeous right foot into top left past Ramsdale, and Saiz's amazing header past Ramsdale again. Like, Wolves are ready to really contest that top 4 this season. I can already tell. I know it's the first match day, and the possession stats are actually quite shocking, because although Sheffield United which had 2 shots on target, they had 56% possession, which I think is quite mad. But yeah, 2-0 Wolves at Bramall Lane. It's a pretty decent result for Wolves to kick off the season, and not as good for the Blades. And lastly, we have Chelsea beating Brighton at the Amex Stadium. Now, this one was an absolute goal fest. 4 goals in this match. Pretty much each one of them as good as the last one. Now, Jorginho's penalty, you know, it was definitely a penalty, I can't lie. I mean, what do you expect to do when you come at a player like that as a keeper? So that made it 1-0 to Chelsea, and then Trossard, absolutely a banging shot from the edge of the penalty area, swipes it into the bottom left corner, into the second half, and then James comes in to say, whatever you can do, I can do better. Literally smacks it top right, and they finished off with a little deflected shot from Zuma. Now, I've got to say, this one was pretty much deserved by Chelsea, although Brighton definitely did put up a massive fight against them, which they always end up doing when it comes to Chelsea. I mean, the possession stats were pretty much equal. Brighton had more passes. You know, there was pretty much the same amount of shots in this one. But yeah, good start for Chelsea, not the best of starts for Brighton. Okay guys, so that is going to wrap it up for today's video. If you guys do go on to like these kind of videos where I do like going over like weeks of scores or predictions for maybe this weekend's matches, then don't forget to leave a comment down below telling me whether you like this or whether you don't. And also, whilst you are down there, press that like button. And also, there's a third thing down there, which means a very much lot to me. Press that subscribe button. That's it. Press it. Yep, press it. If you haven't pressed it, press it. Press it. And if you haven't already pressed it, I'm sorry for that 10 seconds wasted in your life. For all the people who haven't subscribed, go blame them. And anyway guys, I will see you in the next video of mine. Take care and peace.
Close till I get up. Time is barely